Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invests. Can't believe 2023 is nearly over. It is true, time does go quicker as you get older, although how we perceive time might be a little bit different from each other. And it's actually quite understandable why time actually does seem to go quicker as you get older. And the whole point of this video is not to go down that path, it's to go down a different path, requesting from you your top stock picks for 2024. Now, this particular video was inspired by a suggestion I did receive last year, and that particular suggestion was from Simon T. Thanks, very interesting video. I have no idea what the video was. Will you conduct a survey asking your subscribers to nominate their top stock picks or top picks for 2023? I think gold will do really well in 2023. Hope you didn't put all your money into gold, Simon T. I like this suggestion. I ran with it. I did the video requesting your top stock picks. Then I did a video or released a video which ran the results. And eventually, in about 3 days' time, 2 days' time from when I'm releasing this video, I'm going to look back at your 2023 stock picks to see how they performed. Also, have a look at my 2023 stock picks on the 30th of December. And then on the last day of 2023, I'm going to go through my 2024 predictions. This should be 2024 predictions. So last year I did 2023 predictions. This is on an assortment of things, not only on investments or stocks, it's also on the economy, the biggest film of the year, what I think it will be, biggest TV show, that sort of thing. And tomorrow, on the 27th of December, I'm going to release or look back at my 2023 predictions. I'm already calling it crappy without even knowing or remembering what I predicted, but more than likely, my prediction is going to be way off because that's the whole thing, the whole point. Making predictions is hard because you're trying to forecast the future. And in my real job, my professional job, I'm forecasting the future when it comes to weather over really over a 30-hour period for me personally. And sometimes even then we get it wrong because it's the future. And sometimes the future is hard to forecast. Just think of economic forecasts. They're always wrong. Anyway, so the whole reason doing these videos is just to have a little bit of fun. Don't take them too seriously. So don't look at my 2024 predictions or my 2024 stock picks and then buy all those companies or believe I'm going to be quite accurate. More than likely, I'm going to be quite wrong. However, in saying that, I did predict that the United States would not go into recession when 100% of economists said they would. And I actually am an economist, and maybe people should be asking my opinion whether the United States or Australia will go into recession in 2024. Most people say no. I think it's about 50-50 now. So a lot of people don't think we will. It's going to be a soft landing. I'm not so certain at this point in time. Again, the reason I'm not so certain is because it's the future. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble on. So that's the inspiration. Thanks to Simon T. And this is the next 4 videos I'm going to be released. I might intersperse these videos with some short videos as well. Now, one of the rules is how many companies can you suggest? So I'm saying up to 20. And I actually am going to give you my 20 stock picks for 2024. And this can be any exchange in the world. If you like a company in Indonesia that is listed on the Indonesian exchange, sure, go ahead. I don't mind. I do like diversity when it comes to stock picks. So choose any company on any exchange in the world. If you love this company in Djibouti that is listed on the Djiboutian stock exchange, if they have one, yeah, do it because that's how we learn, studying and researching new companies. And so I really encourage you to pick some companies that I've never heard of. Now, I'm just going to give you 5 tempting picks. This is possible choices that you can make. And more than likely, these 5 companies I'm going to show you won't feature in my 20 top stock picks for 2024. Maybe might include one of these, but these are the things I'm looking at. And you'll notice I am focusing on technicals because over a 1-year period, technicals, I think, in my opinion, will win out in the end. Look for those companies that might be breaking out or already have broken out and might go on pretty nice runs, at least over the next few months. possibly companies that are hitting really strong support levels, that sort of thing. So if you don't know anything about technical analysis, maybe now is a good time to start learning about charting, that sort of thing. Or you go down a different route and try to pick companies that have themes. But I'm not really good at that. And typically, I am too early when it comes to themes. I could be 2 or 3 years too early. This has been common over the past 10 years when it comes to my investing. I was way too early on lithium, way too early in uranium, way too early on some other things as well. And that's something I have to understand about myself, that I can get a little bit too enthusiastic about a possible theme. So let's have a look at 5 companies focusing on their charts. And the first company I'm going to look at is, it's not an Australian listed company. Would I say, can we say this is an Australian-based company at Lassan? Because definitely the founders of this company are Australian. And this is an interesting one because I was actually thinking of taking or making a trade in Atlassian just because of the chart. Share price has broken out above about $214. It broke out around about the middle of December, and the share price has kept going up. However, the last trading day before Christmas, the share price did pull back a little bit. So I'd like to see the pullback back to about $216 at least. And if I see that, I could imagine myself making a trade in Atlassian. So this company is either listed, no, it's listed on the NASDAQ. So don't be hesitant about choosing any companies listed on the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and again, the Djiboutian Stock Exchange or the Indonesian Stock Exchange. So give me a company that I've never heard of, and I will like that choice, even if the company is not that good. Next company is Adore Beauty. And this is fairly similar to last. You can see the share price in a well-defined downtrend until recently. And for some reason, a bit of excitement has come into Adore Beauty's chart and share price. Is this because of possible takeover rumors? Because there was one a few weeks ago, wasn't it? That's why the share price popped up. And the share price has really increased in the past week and a half. In fact, it's gone from $1.08 up to $1.38. So maybe most of the run is already in there. But who knows? Because this company was, I wouldn't say a market darling a few years ago when it listed, but the share price has fallen a fair bit and the markup has fallen a fair bit. So maybe this is the turnaround. And one of the reasons why this could be turning around is because of the belief, maybe the belief is the wrong word. I'm going to stay with belief. The belief that interest rates will start falling and maybe fall a lot over the next year, and companies like Adore Beauty will benefit from that. So that's another thing to keep in mind in 2024 is a possibility of significant decreases in interest rates. And some of those companies that have been negatively affected by rising interest rates might be positively affected by falling interest rates. This is just a possibility. A lot of people do believe interest rates will fall significantly in 2024. However, on the flip side of that, one of the reasons why interest rates might fall significantly in 2024 is because we do go into recession. And if we go into recession, there is a chance that equity markets will fall a fair bit. Just a possibility at this stage. Again, it's the future. No one knows the future. Unless you have a time machine. And if you do have a time machine or you are building one, just let me know. I like to use it. For good reasons, not nefarious reasons. Lumina. So the last 2 companies I showed you, they look like the share price is breaking out, moving to like a 1-year high, even more than a 1-year high. Then we get companies like Lumina. And this is actually the weekly chart of Lumina going all the way back to 2007. 2008, yeah, late 2007. You can see the share price dropping a lot during the GFC. And in fact, the share price of this company dropped all the way down to about 60, 70 cents or so. And if you look at the last 15 years, you'll notice the share price has fallen to that level around about 70 cents a couple of times. The other time was in 2012, and then it didn't hit this level until recently. So it fell all the way down to about 70 cents. And then we have seen a bounce off that long-term support level. That would have been the perfect time to think about taking position in Lumina. I was thinking about it. The share price has run up a little bit. In fact, the share price has closed at about almost 90 cents. But possibly this has a lot more to run from here. And if you do look at the yearly chart from Lumina, in fact, let me do that right now. This is something I just discovered. What is the ticker code for Lumina? I totally forget. AWC? Something like that. Lumina. Oh, yeah, so I have let's have a look. Lumina. So I'm just gonna show. I've been looking at yearly charts, which is I've never done this before. And the good thing about yearly charts is you can see how much the share price has fallen in a year or risen in a year. And Lumina's share price has fallen 41% in the year after falling 19% in 2022. So there is a possibility this could be a nice little bounce from here. Who knows? I don't know. Again, just predicting the future. But every single time it has hit these levels, the share price has bounced fairly nicely. Another company that is at interesting support levels is a company called Westar Industrial. So this is another weekly chart going all the way back to, if I can see it here, 2016. And every single time the share price has reached about 11 cents, we've seen the share price bounce. It's happened about 4 times in the past 6 years or so. And if it does bounce, there is potential of this being or doubling your money, say being a bagger. Because the last time I hit these levels, I got very close to these levels back in the middle of 2021. The share price went from 12 cents to a high of 40 cents in a fairly brief period of time. And before that, the share price went from about 11 cents up to 24 to 30 cents in about 6 months of trading. So this is just a possible support level buy with the potential of a bounce from here. But the share price did decrease significantly a few months ago because of a negative announcement from the company. So maybe have a look at that negative announcement. And then the final suggestion, Cobalt Blue. I was going to include a lithium company in this. I do know some people who think lithium prices will bounce in 2024. Well, they didn't actually say that. They said Pilbara and other lithium companies will bounce. And the only way those companies are going to bounce share price is if lithium prices bounce. Now, lithium has been falling for a long, long time. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a bounce. But other times I've seen commodity prices fall away like we have seen with lithium. Then the price of the commodity just goes sideways for a little bit of time. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that with lithium. But Cobalt Blue, nothing to do with lithium, but a similar theme, I believe. And just look what the share price is right now at 22 cents. The reason why this is interesting, and this is just the daily chart, the reason this is interesting is because the share price got down to 22 cents recently. It's actually hovering around 22 cents right now. But the share price did get down to 22 cents back in, we'll say between, May and June of this year. And then it was a beautiful bounce. You can see the share price went from 22 cents up to about 50 cents in a fairly short period of time. That sort of acceleration in the share price you did see back in June, July. Now, I have been reading about that. That's not the sort of market response you want to see for a turnaround story. And then we saw the market rally just after last time the share price got to 22 cents back in the middle of October. And the share price went from 22 cents up to about 33 cents. So that sort of reaction when the share price got to about 22 cents was less pronounced than the previous one. So what we want to see here is less pronounced bounces when the share price reaches 22. And the share price of Cobalt Blue right now is on 22.5 cents. So the way to trade or possibly trade this is to take a position in this company at 22.5 cents. And if it doesn't bounce, or if the share price falls below 22 cents on fairly good strength, then you just cut your losses. So that's the way you could possibly trade Cobalt Blue. Anyway, so these are just suggestions I have. 5 companies whose charts do look interesting right now. And more than likely, these companies won't be featured in my 20 stock picks for 2024. Who knows? Maybe one of these will. But more than at this stage, less likely than more likely. Anyway, so that's really all I have for this video. What are your stock picks for 2024? You can give me up to at least 20. If you give me 25, I'll just take your first 20 and discard your last 5. So that means you'll be putting in more work than you should. So anyway, what are your stock picks? Top stock picks for 2024. You could give some reasoning behind your picks or just leave me the ticker codes for all 20 companies. Now, you don't have to give me 20 companies. You can just give me one. If you have a lot of confidence that one company is going to perform really well in 2024, maybe that's all you need. Maybe you like to be concentrated in your portfolio on only one or two companies. So anyway, Get to it. What are you waiting for? And that's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye. And don't forget, I am not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can suit to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.